from the days when we had to make the waist stretch. Now it's Vacherons and all the Marpé sets. You wanna get money with me? Say less. Say you wanna get money with me? Say less.
All right, what's poppin', people? Welcome back to another episode of Say Less with Kaz,
Hey.
Lil Key,
What up?
and Rosie.
What's up, Rosie?
What's going on, guys?
Doing all right, man. Doing all right. I hope we all had a great weekend. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there as well. Hope y'all enjoyed y'all weeks and days and all that good stuff. But we got a lot to get into today, man. A whole lot. Before you do all that, youtube.com/Kazeem. Make sure you subscribe. Go to anywhere you listen to podcasts. Type in Say Less with Kaz, Key, and Rosie. Leave a comment, leave a review, subscribe, rate, all that stuff. All very helpful. Appreciate all that. But let's get right to the shits. Eden, what's going on, man?
What's up, buddy?
Doing all right, buddy.
How's it going?
Doing good. What's up?
Did you guys see that Alicia Keyes and Jay-Z are collaborating now?
Lo, did you see it?
See what?
Alicia Keyes, Jay-Z.
Oh,
teasing,
yeah.
Teasing.
I don't think anything's coming.
All right. Well, I haven't seen the
performance
video.
is great,
You don't
though.
think so?
No.
If you haven't seen this clip, there's a video of Alicia Keyes walking very slowly in slow motion in black and white with the reprise.
That was them celebrating the billion streams.
Right. So wait, that's not a tease for like
No.
an upcoming.
Did you hear the music in the back? In the background? Yeah, that was Empire State of Mind.
Oh, okay. They're not doing like a 20.
No.
We can't get a part 2?
Do you want a part 2?
No,
Maybe.
All right. So
You want a part 2?
I pass.
Yeah, I passed.
I'd like to hear another Alicia Keys
I'll
Jay-Z
pass.
song.
Pass.
I don't know if I want to hear them this time.
Did you not like the song, though?
No, I'm good on another.
You don't like the song?
I don't like this.
I mean, it's not a bad song. It's just like, all right, it was cool for the moment. I don't need to revisit the moment. I barely revisit the moment. But, you know, people love the song.
We don't listen to it at home.
Yeah, like it's okay. It's a nice little placeholder on Blueprint 3 and boom.
Placeholder.
It's
is
weird
crazy.
though. I feel like that song came out like in the heat of the blog era. So like I think we look at it in a different sort of scope, right?
Did it?
Like yeah, it was Blueprint 3. Like that was
What year was that?
2009.
2009. Yeah, like
Okay.
that's pretty smack dab in the middle of it. You know what I'm saying? So it's weird looking at that song as anything else but a record that was off, you know, Blueprint 3. But to other people, folks who are not residents of New York or people who have
Well,
like,
yeah, of course it's gonna look
watched
like that
it on
to them.
TV and just like, wow, it'd be really nice to be there one day. Like that song's like, you know what I mean? Like
That's the tour song?
yeah, like it's like, you know, I bet there was a generation of girls the first time they saw Sex in the City was like, wow, it'd be really nice to be there one day.
Yeah,
That's a show.
that's a show, and that's
And it's
more, that's
hilarious.
visual. That's
Well,
a visual, and that was more captivating than
So a
this
song can't do that for you, just like a show can?
Not
Not
like
that,
a show.
not that song. That song doesn't.
Hold on, time out. What happens to your hand?
Oh, I hit it against the wall.
You hit it against like
Like
wall.
you scraped it?
Yeah.
You didn't want to ask this before we
I just saw it.
Damn.
I just saw it because his sleeve just came up.
All right. Hopefully
Are you
good,
sure?
bro.
You want to talk about something?
Is everything all right?
No, he wants to talk about Empire State of Mind.
Yeah, let's talk about
Talk about
Damn.
that shit.
Concrete jungle where
you don't want to talk about that
You trying to
either.
look out for your friend and shit? We're talking about Alicia Keys.
I'm about to say,
Yeah, like
if you
that.
punch a wall with Empire State of Mind playing in the background, it's not as inspirational anymore. It's like concrete jungles.
So you can't hear that song in the club at all?
made up.
That's not a song you want to hear in the club?
Hell no. That's
Nah,
not
hell no.
Okay.
I don't willingly want to hear that song.
So then what would you guys consider as a New York anthem that you would want to hear at the club?
Dipset.
Dipset anthem.
Fair.
All right, better
But
question.
Dipset anthem?
Better
Yes.
question.
Yes.
Better question.
In the club?
Yes, correct.
Like
Rough Riders anthem. Anything with anthem in it.
DJ. Like,
No,
come
I
on,
understand.
don't
I played
ask these
Dipset
dumbass
anthem.
questions,
Look,
but-
Dipset
Do you
anthem.
play
But
New York
there's so
State of
many
Mind
other
in the club?
Dipset songs too. Why don't?
Do you play New York State of Mind?
There's other ways of
All right.
there's other ways of judging a song's success outside of if it gets played in the club though. I think when they made Empire State of Mind, they were like, yo, we want this song to have the longevity of like New York, or like,
it does.
you know.
It does. I mean,
Okay.
it serves its
So
purpose.
when the
Yeah.
Knicks win, what's the first song you want to hear? Because it's not Empire State of Mind. And that's what they typically
Actually, what is
play.
the song that they play?
They
at
play
MSG?
that. When
Oh.
when
I mean,
Knicks win
first
and
off,
Yankees
the
win.
Knicks are different because we have our own theme song, okay? So
What's the theme song?
New York,
What's
Go New York, go New York.
That's a song? Or is that a chant?
Yeah, we are the New York
The
Knicks.
Knicks. Yeah.
It's
We are
corny
the
as
New
fuck.
York Knicks.
It was made in, like, the
We are
80s,
the
thank
New
you.
York Knicks.
sucks.
Who wrote it? Whose
Say,
child
go
wrote
to New
it?
York, go to
You
New
might as well-
York, go.
You might as well
That's
take
a real
Empire
song.
State of Mind.
Are you
I mean, it
bugging?
kind of did. Yeah.
You are
That
bugging.
anthem sucks. That's why y'all haven't
It
win
sucks?
it. Yes.
That does suck. That sounds very.
This is just
That shit is trash.
this is just Lo just trying to poke at my Knicks heart. Like
No, I'm not.
Clearly.
The song sucks.
anybody who knows anything
Go
knows
New York,
go to New York, go to New
What
York.
did the Ninja Turtles?
What?
That was
Go Ninja, go Ninja.
Yeah.
They stole it from the Ninja Turtles.
Back
that
when we had a
wasn't New
real
York.
theme song, but the campiness of it is what makes it good because it's such a '90s ass record. Like, it's such a-
child.
It's such a cheesy ass, like-
it's cheesy as fuck.
Because they used to play the song. I remember when I was super young. They used to play the song like they play the original theme song.
Oh, it was made in '99. Come on, guys.
It was made in '99.
Yeah.
Still corny.
What did you expect?
Why do I hear like
from
Vanilla
Kazeem?
Ice on it?
Cause that's from the
era.
Ninja Turtle theme song.
I don't like it. All
I
right, next.
mean,
Yeah.
back in the '90s though. Back in the '90s, the one thing I give you this. I get the '90s this over records now or just times now. Back in the '90s, we had just way better like theme songs about stuff.
Jingles.
Like jingles, yeah. Like we used to have like every restaurant, every commercial, every TV show had a do 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 do. Don't forget to go blah blah blah. Like
They still have those.
You guys have your own theme song?
I know so many random numbers because of those.
Or the
They still have those,
877-393-4448. Like I remember all them joints.
We should call that number.
We also we don't watch
See
TV
if,
like that.
see if it still works.
anymore.
That's true. TV definitely.
Yeah,
Well, I would say
TV.
the internet probably changed. How we absorb jingles now. Like I feel like if a song has that much popularity, like it just
You know what I
somebody
miss?
starts streaming it, it becomes a real song. Like people don't
I
just make it
miss
for the love of the game.
infomercials.
Infomercials.
Because that's the only infomercials were very smart because they played very late at night when everyone's home fucked up
Right.
and you're just easily.
Infomercials
like
came on at like
persuaded.
3, 4 in the morning.
That's what I'm saying. And you're fucked
I'm
up eating
asleep.
pizza.
Sleep.
What about when you used to come home after a club or something and you're watching TV and an infomercial plays and they
probably
sell
put
you
on a
on whatever the
movie.
fuck is there?
I probably put on a movie.
I put on TV and that's when I used to buy a lot of dumb shit. 'Cause I'm like, I do need this.
That's what like
My
some,
tomato does roll off the counter. You're right.
there's like some marketing genius out there that's like single women in New York will be watching this at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
and they'll probably be drunk and they'll
Yeah.
absolutely buy our
I bought three
whatever the hell
Snuggies
we're
one
selling
time for
right
no
now.
reason.
That's what they get
Yeah, I
paid
never
to
bought
do.
anything off of.
I mean, Snuggies are they are genius.
What would y'all
Swinkies,
say?
you said?
I bought
what?
3 Snuggies one time.
Oh, Snuggies.
I was like, you know what? I am tired of taking my arm out the comforter to change the channel.
Infomercials make so much sense when you're like half asleep though.
That's what-
because it gives you the most simple solution to something you never thought
That's what
about.
I'm saying.
It's like you ever have a blanket but want to wear it the other way with sleeves, and it's just like,
Yes, I do.
yeah, I do want that.
And they make everything just look so much harder. Like, you ever try to cut this slice and you're like, no, that never
It's
happened.
like
But
I've
yes,
never thought
does.
about it, but now that I see it, I'm like, wow, that would be
It
at
could
least
happen.
2% less convenient than what it was originally here. I
Nah,
will
they're
buy that.
smart. Whoever came up with infomercials, bring
Hey,
them
what's
back.
what's another good infomercial where it's just like that was just like popping though, like when everybody had it. What's up? The no.
The what? Most shoes. What are those?
Oh,
Moon
moon
shoes?
shoes. Oh, like the bouncy shoes and stuff. Okay, all right. Like
No,
one-
the
you don't
only
remember
thing
the
I ever
moon
bought
boots?
was the Snuggie, and then I bought like this like veggie cutter because they convinced me that I just couldn't cut my. They convinced me. They convinced me that it's easier and I can't cut my veggies right, and they're gonna roll off the counter. And I was like, "You're right.
Yo.
My knife is dull. You're right."
You know what the wildest infomercial run ever?
What?
The fucking shake weight. You remember the shake weight? Yo, the fact that the shake weight was allowed to exist is still wild to me. Like them joints was moving too.
Yo.
They would. I'm not doing it now because, like, you know.
I'll
No,
do
how did it work?
I'll do it like this.
She demonstrated how the shake weight worked. Like they've really convinced people late at night.
I'm definitely clipping that.
Yeah.
That they were working out.
They're like, yo, you ever want to get a workout in but don't want to lift or run or
Just
do
walk around
anything?
like-
Just want to shake.
What about the other
just wanna
one?
do
There was
this.
another one that was. It didn't look as wild, but the one that like gave you abs.
Oh, they had the little
It
belt.
was, yeah, it was like.
yeah.
But that's that, you know what I mean? That
Kaz, you
almost-
tried it?
No, I didn't try
You
it.
better
I'm like,
defend
oh,
it.
okay, like you want abs, but you don't want to actually do crunches. I'm like,
Okay, you want if you
Yeah,
want
of course.
triceps and biceps, but you don't want to do anything but this. Just jerk off.
but they gassed it because they were like, yo, like your pec muscles, like if you like you
Double stroke.
If you double, I don't want to do it because I know I'm gonna get gift crazy. Yo, like there's no way to not end up as a
Doesn't
gift.
wanna
Foul,
do
dude.
it.
Describing the shake weight, but yo, they will just convince you of the weirdest, wildest shit at any time of the night because you're drunk and you believe
That's
it.
what I'm saying.
It's
You've been
just
eating pizza. You're like, huh?
You're like, I could do that.
What the fuck? No, I'm ordering the shit right now.
Somebody's watching, like, I could lose weight doing that. I'm doing that right now.
Remember there's a whole South Park episode on it?
What's up?
Remember the whole South Park episode?
Yes.
Where it was talking to her?
Yes, and
Like,
it had,
come
like, the
on,
cooling
please,
gel.
just get a workout. And it had a cool down gel that it would
Yo.
release. And that's how she knew she was done.
My God, yo. Infomercials are wild. Wild.
Randy ain't shit for buying that for her.
God, yo.
I love infomercials. I think they're genius, and I actually want to make some.
What else? What else? You know, another.
I think that'd be funny. Just post them randomly at night when you know people are up. Are you tired of just? I don't even know.
P90X had a good run of infomercials. It was like, oh, you could just
P90X.
Yeah,
I think I fell for that
P90X.
shit too.
P90X, the freaking the Theraguns. Remember?
No, those
Those
work.
work. Yeah,
Those work.
I love me a good
Those
Theragun.
work. I'm talking about the
My
ones
lower
that's
back
like.
tight. Need that.
I'm talking about like little things that they just make up and they make you believe you actually need it.
You remember the slap chop?
I think that's what I bought for the veggies.
Yes.
Yes.
It was like you just put a bunch of like vegetables in a thing. You just
It
smack
works.
it twice and then chop
It does work
though.
though.
It's like, yo, do you have 3 minutes to not spare and you just want all your vegetables chopped right
Yeah,
away?
I do.
Yeah.
I fucking do. And I made a tuna salad last Thanksgiving with it.
Shout
And
out
it
to the
looks so
slap
nice for all
chop,
them
yo.
to just be chopped up evenly.
Damn. That's crazy.
Saying.
I guess we were talking about back to what we were originally talking about. Empire State of Mind, Jay-Z, Alicia Keyes. They did the Tony Awards this weekend. And second such Hove appearance, which has been rare in the past several years, right? You know, I consider low our
Speaking of,
resident
did you see the
Antonio
Tom
Brandt.
Brady?
Yeah, that's what I was getting to, right? So our resident Hove story in low key, you know, Hove has been noticeably absent from the public eye for a couple of years, really. Like hasn't put out really no music, hasn't really done a ton of public appearances. But in this past week, he performed at Tom Brady's jersey retirement in Foxborough for the New England Patriots. Was at the Tony Awards this past week, performing Empire State of Mind with Alicia Keyes. Celebrated 1 billion streams also. Seeing a little bit more Hove, seeing the you know, we're getting back to classic rollouts here. I saw a screenshot of what do you call those things, production guys? The cut.
A slate?
A slate with that says 2024 Jay-Z album on it with, you know, so seems like they're shooting the video for that. So I guess to our Hove story, and 2-part question here. Are you ready for new Hove music? But before we answer that, where the hell's Hove been throughout this whole past couple of years,
Chilling.
right? Like
Chilling.
Hip hop 50
I mean,
comes and
having a
goes.
family.
Having a family is also a thing.
Tour.
But you know, your
His
thoughts.
wife.
Hove has been real conspicuous by his absence, man. What's your thoughts on that?
Nothing. He's just.
I mean, they have a right to have a life.
Like there's no mystery behind him not being around. Like there's no reason for him to be around. He's not dropping music. You know, he did the soundtrack to I forgot what that movie was. Oh fuck, I'm drawing a blank.
The Harder They Fall?
Juice.
It was that. And
Black
there was
Messiah?
another one. Yeah, no, there was another one after The Harder They Fall.
With my guy from Atlanta.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking
And
about.
it was just on Netflix.
He
Clarence?
executive produced, huh?
Book of Clarence?
Clarence, yeah, Book of Clarence.
Yeah, he
Book of
executive
Clarence,
produced
yeah.
that, and then we got a verse from that
But publicly, we haven't. You know, he been.
But how did you guys feel about the crowd's lack of
what did you think?
enthusiasm?
What did you think was gonna happen?
I didn't think anything.
I'll be
I
honest.
didn't know what happened.
I'm just asking like the people.
Well,
like,
I
what did you think was gonna
I
happen?
specifically like one comment that was like, he's performing for Tom Brady, not for the
Yeah,
audience.
that's. I mean,
and I was like, fair.
listen.
He did one song. And he did it when Tom walked out. It wasn't a concert for them.
Right.
Like, what do y'all think is
But
gonna
I'm just
happen?
saying. I'm just saying publicly. Like, obviously, Hove doesn't have to do anything he doesn't want to do musically at this point, right? So, but you know, Tom Brady's getting his jersey retired. Clearly, that was a record that he knew. Like the video of Brady fucking walking by and rapping it back to Hove on stage, I thought that was real cool. You know what I mean? But on top of that, like, does the Tony Awards
That's
and
pretty fucking hilarious if that's Tom Brady's favorite song.
I mean,
If he just sits at home rapping that song.
people be like,
it could be. I mean,
It,
I don't see why.
It looked like it was.
I don't see why it wouldn't be. Like Jay-Z is very palatable for white folks. Like that is, and I'm not saying this is through any fault of Jay-Z, but Jay-Z's a very easy sort of like gate for white people who aren't necessarily like deep into rap music to be into. Oh, I listen to Jay-Z. I know Jay-Z songs. I know Empire State of Mind. I know
I think
Public Service Announcement. I know.
I think
you know
Drake
what I
is
mean?
more of that for them.
Yeah, Drake. That's Drake. Actually,
That's not
yeah,
Oh, for sure. As an artist, yeah. But I'm just saying, like, Jay-Z has songs that are played so much, that are in
And
so
so
many
Drake.
commercials, so many
I
videos.
think they, yeah. I,
like, especially
Drake,
Public
yeah.
Service Announcement. Public Service Announcement is that's a song that might outlive Drake's whole catalog eventually.
No, let's not get crazy. Like,
Kaz
I don't think
always
it's
has
that
the
crazy.
craziest
let's
takes, bro.
not.
Kaz always
even
goes
I
from
wouldn't say
here
that. Like,
that's not a wild. That's a
there.
wild take.
That's a wild take.
Public Service Announcement.
It's
But
not
it's
going to
okay, it's okay, it's
outlive
okay.
Drake's
Public
entire
service
catalog.
announcement.
Come on, as much as I hate on, well, not hate. As much,
Oh,
as
well.
much
Those are the quiet part loud.
as much as I criticize Drake, like
Hating with love.
that's pretty big.
All right, we're going back in the Unk corner real quick. All right, back on Unk corner.
damn.
You saying you
Empire
don't like Drake's catalog?
No, I'm saying Public Service Announcement was out for what, 8, maybe 7 years before Drake was even active,
Okay.
and it's still a very relevant song
Came
to
out
this
2003.
day. 2003.
21 years old. Yeah.
20, it's a 21-year-old.
Damn, make a drink.
Like
Okay.
there are people out with
legal.
records right now, and that song is older than them. You know what I mean? So like, I don't think.
What
So
point
say
you trying
that
to
song
make?
will outlive Drake, could have a possibility of outliving Drake's whole catalog. Even
Whole
that
catalog?
far-fetched.
His whole catalog?
That's
That's
wild as
insane.
fuck.
Whole
You can't-
catalog is crazy.
All right, so what? All right, so what are you talking about? Drake's whole catalog in the next 21 years?
You
What's
don't
going to be
think
the
people
song?
are not going to listen to Drake in
I'm not
21
saying
years?
that. I'm saying in 21 years, what's going to be the song that everybody still knows at the top of their head, like Empire State of Mind, like Public Service Announcement?
Wait.
Wait, what?
You said people aren't going to be listening to Drake in 21
I did
years?
not
No,
say
I'm
that.
asking.
I said
No, I'm asking him if that's what he's saying.
no. What
Because
I'm,
an entire catalog is crazy.
okay, so when I say entire catalog,
Oh, I see what you're saying.
what is the
You're asking
song
what
that's going to
song
have
is
just
gonna
as much
outlive-
longevity
okay.
as Public Service Announcement,
God's
or
Plan.
even Empire State of Mind, which is what,
God's
15
Plan.
years? 15
God's
years?
Plan.
God's plan.
Okay,
is a
God's
good
Plan is a good
one.
one. I'll give you God's Plan.
I think Best I Ever Had is definitely one.
Yeah.
Best I ever.
I don't even hear Best I Ever Had like that. no
Motto?
more, really. The motto maybe.
The motto?
Listen, we don't listen to that, but people listen
People
to
do.
that.
I'm not. That's the thing. I'm not talking about like songs that people are listening to. I mean songs that are just fucking ubiquitous, that are just always going to be played everywhere all the time. Like
So you're saying Drake doesn't
Like,
have
enter-
that? You're saying Drake doesn't have one of those in his
I
catalog?
didn't say
I
that.
think that Kiki
I said
song
Public Service.
will
Let me.
definitely.
Okay. What in my feelings?
Kiki,
Yeah. They'll be-
Longer than Public Service Announcement.
People love it.
I don't think it'll be longer than PSA, but still.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not shitting on Drake's catalog. I'm
The way
saying
you said it,
No, the
sounded
way
like
you said it,
shouldn't.
you
Yeah,
said like it was the entire
This
catalog.
setup was crazy.
I'm saying it exactly how I meant it. That song, which okay, I said it in the sense that like we haven't seen Hope do nothing.
I
in the
can't
past
think of any
several
right
years.
now, but I know
Okay.
there's a song in my head.
We haven't seen Hope do anything in the past several years, right? He comes out, he does one song, and he does it for Tom Brady. Tom Brady knows that record word for word. He's rapping it back to him. It's clearly was somebody made an OG call or some call by, yo, Hope, I know you don't do this, but Tom Brady's getting his jersey retired. This is his favorite song.
Weren't they
Would you love
weren't they
to-
just together like a couple weeks ago with Michael Rubin and the NFL quarterback rookies?
I'm sure they're together lots of times.
All right, so then
I'm
it's like
saying is-
Tom probably said, yo, you know my favorite song's PSA. I'm about to have my jersey retired. Can you perform it for me?
Okay. All right. I'm saying with that song, is there a song in Drake's catalog that you believe would have that much of a lasting impact as a song? I'm not saying he doesn't have a record like that. I'm just saying that song predates Drake and is still relevant today.
Okay.
What song does Drake have like that?
Headlines.
No way.
I wouldn't put headlines in that.
I love headlines.
I wouldn't put headlines
In my
that.
feelings.
In my
Damn,
feelings, the
that's-
model.
I think God's
Nice
Plan
for
is the
what?
closest one.
God's Plan.
I think
And
God's
I think
Plan.
it's
Nice
God's
for what,
plan.
too?
Yeah.
I like
No?
Nice for What. I like Nice for What.
Nice
but
for
it's
what?
such a. It's
Trust
such a.
issue? Well, no. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm talking for me. I'm speaking for me now.
Man, what was on
Hotline Bling.
Maybe.
Hotline Bling is a good one.
Maybe.
kind
But
of
no, but
controversial.
to Kaz's
the
point-
drum shit.
To Kaz's
Kinda
point, it's not the
controversial.
same.
Fuck all the behind the scenes shit. The record itself.
Crew Love.
Yeah.
Listen, I hear that shit
I hear
every
that
weekend.
shit.
I
Oh,
get mad.
yeah.
Like, I
Yeah,
do
that's
that.
still a song. Okay, all right. Crew Love.
In
Crew Love's
my-
up there. Crew
Who
Love's
is
up
that?
there. Yeah.
Okay,
Crew Love's
what
definitely
else?
there.
Yeah. Crew Love is definitely up
What
there.
was the record that he had?
The fact
my
that he has
hell yeah,
so
fucking right.
the fact that he has so many
With Wayne?
that we're
Hell
sure. Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking right.
But so does Jay, though.
Fucking right.
Yeah.
Alright.
I know. Yeah, of course.
Big Pimpin'.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, it's always going to be different for us too because it's not like we're growing up with it like we grew up with Hov, right? Like we kind of
Find your
growing up with Drake.
love.
Fuck no.
not Find Your
Y'all
Love.
are haters.
Y'all
He's the one that
Love.
said- he's the one that said his catalog was ass.
Jesus.
Is that what I said? This is why I get wild comments in the YouTube videos.
Love it.
Because
Because-
I say something very simple and you're like, oh, you said his whole shit is
No,
ass.
I
I'm
just
like,
repeated.
no.
I just
Fuck that.
repeated
That's what
your
he said.
statement
You
back to
did
you.
it. That's not what I said at all.
I just repeated your statement
That's
back
not
to you.
what
I'm
I
like, did
said
you
at
say
all.
that?
I said very clearly. Okay. So we said what God's plan to me God's
Let's
plan
make
probably
the edit.
one.
Rewind the footage, and we're gonna see what he said.
Public service announcement is that's a song that might outlive Drake's whole catalog eventually.
Let's not get crazy.
Okay, thanks.
I
Mom.
think it's gonna outlive Drake's
catalog.
catalog.
That's what you fucking said.
You said it.
People are gonna see this and gonna say Kaz isn't bugging because that song, like I said, it predates Drake and it's still relevant to this day. And I'm not saying Drake doesn't have songs like that, but what is that song for him?
Okay, so
that
don't
no
say
matter
he doesn't.
what-
We just don't know what it is.
You started it off by saying
Okay.
it's gonna outlive. Now, if you said blah 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 blah, what record is it?
And
Then we
also,
can go
you
into
know
a
what?
healthy
You have to-
conversation.
you have to fix the way you say shit because it takes. Because it takes him 50 minutes to convince us and actually tell us what he fucking
Like,
means.
oh, that's what you meant.
Like you'll say
The way you just broke it down right now was like, yo,
and then
this
he'll
is
give us a
problem.
PowerPoint presentation
of
of what
like
he
what he meant. I'm
And then
like,
we're like,
oh, that's what you meant.
Damn.
Okay.
Kaz hates Drake.
It's so hard being a genius, yo. Like sometimes you
it just
gotta
takes
break
you
it
to-
down for the people
No, what happens-
that aren't on the
Yes,
same level
yes.
as
Tell
us.
me like, talk
You
to
know-
me like I'm 5.
You know what
Okay.
happens?
Okay.
Like him and Stephen A. Smith do the same shit.
Jay-Z.
It takes them 30 minutes to get to a
To a
simple
fucking
point.
Wow. Okay. So this is a show that's about like musical discussion, all right? And sometimes in a show
you
about
always do
musical
this shit.
discussion,
Yeah, you do this. You do this with everything.
We
Well,
spent
we
15
talked-
minutes trying to break something down
Yeah.
that you could have just broke down from the jump.
And
What's
you
so
said
hard-
it, and you said it in a way where I was like, oh, I get it.
What's so hard
He says
about
it so that we
breaking down?
debate, and then he convinces us, and we're like,
Like, that
oh,
we're
that's
crazy.
what you meant.
Yeah.
Got it.
Am I gaslighting y'all?
Yeah.
Did that not just happen?
I think you're gaslighting yourself.
Damn.
You're gaslighting yourself.
I know, was I that confusing, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Bro, you do
Because
this all
he
the
said
time.
it. He said it. He was like, yo, wait. What do you mean by
You
that?
do this all the time. You'll make one crazy ass
Wow.
statement, and then you're like, wait.
You're the
let me
problem.
tell you what I
You
meant.
know, but you get it, right? You understand what we're saying to him, right?
It's called a
Thank you.
take.
Damn, even Remy agreeing. That's crazy.
It's called a take. I can't have a
Yeah,
take.
you can have a take, but be
It's a
clear
hot
on your
take.
take.
Your
The
take
first
was, your
time.
take was
Okay.
very,
On your
very
first
confusing.
take.
Your
Haha,
take
I
was
get
very
it.
confusing.
Do you believe so? I guess so. So what is God's plan our pick, right?
I would say God's
Sure.
Plan, Crew Love, Nice for What, In My Feelings. There's a bunch of
Oh, yeah, fucking
I give
right.
you Crew Love and God's Plan being a song that I hear for the next 20 years still.
I say hell yeah, fucking right too.
I'm running with the records that I gave.
Like when, okay, all right, boom. So let's create the scenario, right? Kevin Durant's about to retire. His
Really?
jersey.
Kevin Durant.
Yeah. All right.
You
who-
could have used
all right,
anybody
who's-
else.
Okay.
LeBron.
Who's a Drake? All right, LeBron's about to retire, right?
Okay.
LeBron's walking out to get his jersey
So in
retired.
2 years.
Who's on?
I mean, that's true.
It might be. It might be. It's not too far fetched.
So in 2 years.
So in 2 years,
So if-
Okay.
still not gonna.
can
still
hear
doesn't
controller in
equate.
2
Yeah,
years.
Right.
So-
2 years after, all right, LeBron retires in 2 years. 5 years after that, they're hanging up his jersey or doing the whole shebang of where they're like giving him his ceremony, whatever, right? Drake
God's
is
plan.
a special guest.
Kiki.
He's coming out and saying,
God's plan. See how long it took him to get to that point?
One dance
wishing and
at this
wishing
point.
and wishing.
No
I'm
way.
just
I don't.
saying, it's
I don't
so
think he plays
early
God's
still.
plan.
You can't get what?
He's not doing God's plan.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think he's doing God's plan. What's that
I
song?
say he's gonna say hell yeah, fucking right. That's just
Maybe.
Maybe nonstop.
with Wheezy.
Non-stop. Fuck no.
Gosh, you know, do I got to go through a Drake catalog?
That's what I just did.
gotta
That's
just
why I was
do it?
naming
Just
stuff.
Name like 7 to 10 records that possibly could be,
Okay.
in that
I
situation.
just
Let me
did that.
let me add it. Let me add another caveat onto that. Right. Public service announcement is like Tom Brady is rapping that shit back to him like, yo,
Okay,
we was
okay.
this is our shit when we was
You're also
winning them
talking about
Super Bowls.
Tom
or whatever.
Brady.
All right, but
Like
follow me.
his music
follow me.
credibility
All right,
isn't all there.
Come on,
Follow me.
I don't think LeBron and Tom Brady listen to the same shit.
I think they do.
I think
they do. I think there are
Tom
certain
Brady's
songs that
favorite
go
song
off.
is nowhere near LeBron's favorite song. He might listen to March Madness when he
Well, you
thinks
got to
Yeah.
you have to
To be
think
honest.
of what a football locker room looks like, right? Like a football locker room is people of many
What if I
different
told you I know
creeds
what they
and
look
colors.
like?
Pretty sure you do know what it looks like. I'm pretty sure you do know what it looks like. But in any case, I'm not putting your shit out there. If you know, it's a room full of different people from different backgrounds, all this type of shit. You got your lily white ass Michigan quarterback, Tom Brady. Finally, like, you know what I mean? Like I could see a world where
What
like
did you say? What did you say? What
I
did
can
you
see
say?
a
I
world-
just describe him again.
lily white
Okay.
quarterback from
Okay.
Michigan.
Therefore,
I could see
public service announcement.
I can see a
Fits him.
locker room situation in 2004 where him and his linemen are all like, yo, you heard that new Hove? Yeah, they'll put this shit on. Da, 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 da. And then like Tom Brady listens to it, and then like a few weeks later, he fucking goes up to Vince Wilfork like, Vince, finish your breakfast or some shit. And they're like,
There's a lot of stuff.
what you want?
Yo, do you guys want to hear what Tom Brady's pregame playlist was in 2020?
Let's hear his pregame play. He was a Buccaneer at this time.
He was a Buccaneer this
Okay.
time. Yes,
What we got?
indeed, by Little Baby and Drake.
Oh, he's lying.
Everybody mad.
He's lying.
he was just
He's lying.
standing in the locker room. bro.
He's doing a favor. He's
Yeah,
like, all right,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
throwing little baby. I'm gonna play this. No, go ahead,
Everybody
go ahead.
mad. OT Genesis, right? Humble
Okay.
by Kendrick. Believer by Imagine Dragons. PSA. Jay-Z.
But yes, sir. There it is.
Country Grammar Nelly. Black by Pearl Jam. Bad Boy for Life by Diddy. Ooh.
I definitely,
Butterfly Effect by Travis Scott.
I definitely believe
Some
the Pearl
YouTube
Jam.
song. Many Men by 50. Till I Collapse Eminem and Viva La Vida. Coldplay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like
balanced.
That's
Tom
very
Brady's
balanced. That's
old,
not like
but
my
he's not like
playlist.
that old. Like it's not shocking to him.
It's not that he's that
It
old.
won't shock me that he listens to like 50 Cent or Eminem
It's
or
not that
Jay
he's
Z.
that old.
Yeah,
It's that he's
something-
that white.
Or that white. Like 50 Cent, Eminem, or Jay Z are like the trio of like white guys. If I listen to hip hop, those are the guys I listen to.
Yeah.
That's the starter pack.
Yeah, like Kendrick's in that pocket, Drake's in that pocket, but like, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, white folks do like hip hop.
They love them some 50. They love them some Eminem.
This is
I
not
love
They love them
50.
some Jay Z. Breaking news: white people love hip
hip-hop.
hop. But yeah, but it's always interesting watching Hove be in the field. But okay, just to wrap up that entire conversation, Antonio Brown, a person who has had many concussions and has tweeted some very stupid stuff over the years.
Yeah, CTE.
Is the he's very proud of his CTE, by the way. Very proud of his CTE.
Got to say.
But definitely
What
the
did he
case
say?
of a broken clock might be right like twice a day, right?
What did he say?
He says something along the lines of, and I'm paraphrasing here. He's like, we didn't see Hove at all throughout all these quote unquote hip
I
hop
saw that.
50 celebrations,
Yeah.
but he pops out for the Tony Awards and for Tom Brady. You know what I mean? Very established, you know.
AB,
Like, okay, so what? What do you want? What do you want? From
are you mad that
Yeah,
that you didn't
like, I
have
don't-
enough
like,
money
what
to
is-
get him one time or something?
Are you
I'm
mad
so
that him and
confused.
Tom Brady are best friends and you're not?
I'm
Like,
confused.
what do you want?
Oh wait, yeah.
Oh,
Is this
wow.
about
I
Tom
did,
Brady?
I did forget the correlation there. Tom
this
Brady
about
was his
Tom Brady?
quarterback before he went nuts in MetLife.
What do you
and threw
think?
his
What do you,
jersey
like,
off.
what do you think that is?
And he was living in Brady's house.
Like, so you
Remember?
put one and one together, and you get this.
Oh,
Oh, he's
damn.
jealous.
The CTE ain't that strong. I see it. AB. I see it. I didn't even realize it.
And try to throw Hov in, like, get the fuck out of here.
Well-
You just, like, bro, knock it off.
Here's one thing. One thing we should all keep in account when we talk about who was available for Hip Hop 50, celebrations and all that shit. Like the term Hip Hop 50 was trademarked by like Mass Appeal, and and that was definitely, I don't want to say a money grab, but there was definitely some business decisions. Somebody was getting caked off heavily from appearing at these Hip Hop 50 celebration. So when we saw some specific names, some very, legendary names, choose not to want to be involved in it, it kind of makes more sense why they wouldn't. Like it wasn't just like, here's something we're doing purely for the culture, purely for hip hop, purely for the pure sense of everything, blah, 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 blah. It wasn't as easy as that made it seem, right? Like, on top of that, Hov had a whole damn museum in Brooklyn that you could have went through the entire year if you really wanted to, get your hip hop literacy up for the 50th anniversary of the culture and whatnot. But I think people should keep that in mind when they talk about like, oh, why such and such wasn't that doing any Hip Hop 50 events. It was a year-long campaign to create documentaries, create festivals, create concert looks, all this type of stuff. It was all. You know what I mean? And a great look, by the way, but like, a great business model if you could get it done.
Right.
But it was kind of cunning in a way where it's like, yo, if you say no to this thing, they make it look like, oh, this guy doesn't care about look what all the culture's
Hey, how
done
about
for
this?
him.
I have an idea. What about people are just fucking busy
That too.
doing other shit? I have an idea. What if people are just busy
Couldn't make it work.
and couldn't make
Schedule
it work with their
conflicts.
schedule?
Some niggas just didn't want to do it. Okay, cool. That you're still gonna listen to their music. It is what it is. They made a personal decision, or it might be a business decision. But
true.
At the end of the day, it's like, what are you gonna do with that information? You're not gonna listen to that person
Make
no more?
something up.
No, it's not that.
You're gonna
It's just
poke at them? Like, what the fuck?
It's just interesting. It's just always an interesting perspective to hear what somebody thinks and to kind of break it down. But not that I necessarily agree with it, but I was like, oh, that's just that's interesting that you think.
I mean,
that
people
way.
try to have that. They tried to start that same conversation around that time. Where's Hov at? Why is Hov not around? It's like, all right, well, you ask him.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know where the fuck that nigga's at.
Well, we're hearing about 2024 album though.
He ain't dropping shit.
Ooh, he ain't dropping shit. You don't think? You probably.
I
got
believe
the
him.
inside- Yeah, but I believe the whole story.
I don't know why, but I do.
I'm like,
I would love for him to prove me wrong, but I don't think there's anything out there right now for him to really like dig his teeth into in regards to like the content and to like verses and everything like that. Like I don't think that the field is missing anything, or I don't think it's thick enough for him to be like, you know what?
I think it's missing a lot.
I think it's missing.
I think it's missing everything.
But you gotta give
now.
but see at the same
I think
time,
now more than ever.
If I hear
we'd
one
love to
more
hear
version
from
of
Hov
Fisher,
right now.
I'm gonna blow my
but
brain
you gotta
out.
like that's the thing. Like, yeah, we know Hov is Hov, and Hov's gonna do what Hov's gonna do, but we gotta give this current class or these new guys or
We gave him a plenty.
And
what
they're
they've given
still
us?
fucking up.
so then now we gotta go beg Hov.
Not begging him.
I mean, how many times?
I mean, Beyonce
Okay,
still
wait.
drops every now and then,
I
even
have a
though like
question.
everybody's
Yes, I mean,
out there. And it's, maybe that's part of it. Maybe it's like, all right, let Beyonce cook with the cowboy and
I
Renaissance.
have
all
a
that type of
random
stuff.
Rosie question.
What's up, random Rosie?
If you had to pick a new artist to collab with an OG,
an OG or with Hov?
with should we just do Hov?
Who a new artist with who gets blessed with a Hov
With a
verse?
Hov verse?
Wait for a new artist from this.
Yeah,
a
the trash
newish,
ones that
let's
we
say
don't like.
newish artist, like somebody who.
JID.
I like Jid a lot,
I liked it a lot too.
but I don't think
Kendrick.
he's like
Oh, Simba.
New.
Simba and Hov would be dope.
Simba has a similar cadence where I'd like to hear him go verse for verse with a guy like Hov, but
Yeah, Simba and Hov would be dope.
that could be tight.
Who else?
You know who I'm a
Is-
big
is
fan of
this-
who kind of got fucked over throughout this whole Diddy stuff? Mozzie,
Everybody.
I think her name is.
Oh yeah,
I think she's dope.
Mozzie's dope.
I'd love to hear something from her, but that's always interesting when like a dude like Hov is about to drop because he's gonna do the collaborations with the regular suspects, the usual
Yeah.
suspects. But he'll go and put somebody on a song or do a verse of somebody, and like that'll do what it has to do for it. So hear where you're coming from, but I gotta respectfully disagree. I think now
Hov, man,
more than ever.
Don't let these motherfuckers pressure you into doing something you don't want to do. Or have no
Yeah,
inspiration
don't let small time podcaster pressure you.
I wouldn't
to
I
do
didn't say, I
anything.
didn't say you.
No, I'm saying I am. I'm like Hov. You think Hov fucking moves an inch off of anything any podcaster ever says? I don't think there's any pressure on him. I'm just saying as a fan. I think now more than ever, especially after the year we've had.
I'm cool with everything I got from Hov. If he decides to hang it up today, tomorrow night, whatever, I'm like, all right, cool. I got everything I need.
I'm a huge believer in.
I got everything I need from Hov.
I always say this, even in sports, I'm a huge believer in like tap out while you're nice.
Right.
Like, don't come back with no bullshit.
Yo,
Like
can I be honest?
Don't
Can
come
I
back
be
with no
honest?
bullshit. I don't think he would ever, but I'm just saying.
So, is there? I
I don't want him
think
to
for
try to
hip hop
play
it's
catch up.
different.
I don't want him to try to jump into
bro,
like
I'm good
this
where I'm
flow
at.
that's
Yeah,
going on.
I'm good where
I
I'm
think
at.
hip hop is different because I think compared to all the other genres that are popular, hip hop is still the youngest by far. So like our oldest, like our elder statesmen, like the longer they keep it going, the more you could say, oh, this is the first time I seen like a 50-year-old.
Did you guys like the J.
80-year-old
Cole song?
fucking rap? What's
The
up?
gritty song? Did you guys like
No.
that?
Gritty?
Yeah.
What gritty?
It's like J. Cole.
Oh,
It was a
Grippy.
remake.
Yeah, with
Grippy.
Cash Cobain. Yes.
No, I didn't like
yes,
it.
Did
I
you
heard
like
that
it?
song. I like it.
You like his flow on it?
I know a lot
like
of people
it?
don't like it. I know a lot of people don't like it. And I think
You
that's the
always
reason why I
love
like
shit
it.
people don't like.
Yeah.
I think he just.
Yeah.
He just,
I-
does-
yeah,
he
he
just
just
does
does
that.
it.
He just does
Nah,
that.
it's not just
like
do it.
how
like,
you hate everything people love.
No,
Like,
I
y'all
hate everything.
opposite.
I hate the things that I hate.
Y'all are opposite.
I don't like stuff that people hate, but when people hate something, it gives me a reason to be like, let me listen to this again. Am I tripping?
So
Maybe
you're
this is
going
terrible.
you're going off the intuition of what they don't
No,
like.
I mean it was
Just how you go off
it was
the
a
position
TikTok
of people
trend.
that
Like
do like.
No.
Y'all are opposite.
no. I'm saying it was a TikTok trend. Like it was very obvious that people were shitting on this J. Cole. Anything Cole's done post Kendrick beef
It's
has
just not a good.
looked
It's
great.
just not a good verse. That's just the lay of the land. of
I
it.
just-
it's very simple.
I don't think it's a bad.
It's very
I
simple.
think it's as simple
No,
as
lyrically, I don't
silly
think it was
song.
bad. I just didn't like how he was trying to follow the.
I think
the flow.
it's simple and silly.
No. It's a simple concept of understanding why people don't like it because the verse is just not good.
Yeah. J. Cole went on
And we know he's better than that.
he went on a ridiculous feature run of just body and
Right.
stuff.
So that
that doesn't
mirror.
hold up with
So
the rest of the
it's
song,
just a
which I
bad
get.
verse. That's all it is.
I understand that. But
Do you think people tell these artists that are like as huge as J. Cole, like the homies, like, yeah, nah. That wasn't it.
they got to have those guys.
If it escapes the studio,
They didn't
not
tell
enough.
them?
Not enough niggas told them.
Escapes is crazy.
If it escapes the studio and lands in my phone, niggas ain't telling.
Maybe they see Cash Cobain got a buzz and they're like, all right.
First
get
of all,
it
the
on
business
him.
plan.
Cash Cobain, stay home. I have seen you for 4 weeks in a row.
Oh wow.
Stay
Put
home.
that nigga business
I'm
in the
about to say
streets.
Jesus
No,
Christ,
I'm
Rosie.
saying go to the club.
He's supposed to.
The same club.
I'm saying if Rosie
All right,
if
I go to
Rosie
the
sees
same
you,
movie spot every day. Hey,
You're not trying to perform either every fucking time you're there.
Is he performing?
Most of the times.
Yeah.
Like last night he just jumped on. I don't think anybody told him to.
So he's getting it back.
I'm about to say like
No.
I'm not mad
How
at
do you
that.
know?
Okay.
If you're getting it back, brother, get your bag. Stay
Sometimes
in
you're
the
getting a bag, do it.
Sometimes you don't need the bat. Like he's the most buzzing dude in
Yeah,
New
he
York right
is.
now.
Yeah,
Like,
and then, you know
he
what?
wants-
To be fair, every time he does do it, no one's
goes
tired
crazy.
of
Of
it.
course, like he's the dude right now. So I'm like,
Yeah, why would you
dude,
stay home? Fuck that.
How many times?
Leave.
How many times we were running around up and down a Griffin or whatever, and like the most popping dudes out there sitting there performing songs for free. Someone just they playing a song, you hot, you just happen to be in the club,
Yep.
just handing the mic. Oh, such and such is here.
I think it's for me because the first time I saw him there, I was excited.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
I was like, yes.
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't even know he looked like that. Then I saw him again. And then I saw him again. And then I saw him. I was like, all right, man.
You're here all the time, bro. Do you have
So
a,
you can't tell a nigga.
you have a
that's
futon
hottest in the
downstairs
city.
or something?
Like, you can't tell a nigga stay at home and get hottest in the city.
yeah, man.
Yeah, no, he's
Listen,
buzzing.
don't leave while you're hot. That's how May screwed up, man. I get it.
Don't say that.
Did y'all see Kevin Hart and Druski and Kai Cenat stream?
I sure did.
I saw clips.
I'm very embarrassed to
not.
say.
I don't expect you to watch a 10-hour plus stream.
I'm not watching 30 minutes.
I think Rosie watched the whole thing.
Yo, people really watch the whole thing though.
Bro, it was so good.
But what makes it so good? to
It
you?
was so entertaining. Well, first of all, Kevin Hart and Kai Cenat themselves, when that happened, it was so good.
Yeah.
Like they need a show or a movie or whatever. And I think that's why Kevin Hart came back.
Right.
I don't know what made them add Druski, but that was a good ad. It was just entertaining. And they had like different games and things set up. And it's just watching boys at a sleepover.
You know what's funny?
It's hilarious.
We're just talking about like Hove being that guy. Like when he comes out to do stuff, he also like gives you that guest verse or taps that next dude or whatever. And I kind of think this is what Kevin Hart's doing, right? Like
That's exactly what he's doing.
Kevin Hart is a comedy legend, like at this point, right?
Yeah.
Probably the most profitable comedian out there right now. And Kai Cenat has absolutely revolutionized the way people consume content in hip hop with the streams and the sleepovers and all that type of stuff. He's the number one guy right now. And if there's another person who's like in that same sort of class but in a different lane, it's Druski. So it's like Druski has these skits which are incredible.
They're hilarious.
Kai Cenat has these streams with these interviews and all that, which are incredible. The level of access he gets, the level of talent that he gets to come and hang out in his bedroom and do all that shit is insane. And Kevin Hart, who, is, if he's not a billionaire, I'm sure he's pretty close to it
Just
or
watching
getting
them
there.
drink and just be boys is hilarious. It was hilarious. Druski walked in with
Druski might be the
walked in
most.
with two studs. Like it was just immediate comedy. He walked in with two studs carrying their bags and like Kevin Hart has sent a portable potty.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm not using the bathroom with you. Like the whole thing was just comedy.
Oh, it's genius though, right? Like the ability to stream for that long and be that entertaining.
Oh, they were tight, which is another reason I was watching it because whoever fell asleep first, they're gonna throw water on. So that's what they were waiting for. And like nobody wanted to crack. It was pretty because there was a point where they all looked stupid. They were all just like, cracked out. But I could have stopped watching.
Man, that was such a great link up. That was like some Marvel cinematic universe link up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I love watching this guy. I love watching this guy. And like shout out Kevin Hart, man. Like a lot of people try to like come at him for like not. People think he's not funny or whatever.
What?
But like, there's a lot of contingent. Like, Kevin Hart's not that funny.
No.
Kevin Hart is.
I'll tell you.
super successful.
I'll tell you why. I could see that. I can tell you why. I think there's two different types of funny. There's like movie funny, and there's like stand up real life funny. I think Kevin Hart is like real life funny. Like being
Kevin Hart's
around him is
real life funny.
Yeah.
But I think in certain movies he comes off as corny.
If
He doesn't come off as funny.
it is
But
what
that's
it is.
fine.
Yeah.
But because he's really funny in real life.
If his stand ups aren't for you, I can understand that. If certain movie roles aren't for you, I understand that. But like when he interacts with people in real life,
That's what I'm saying.
and
Like he's real life funny.
and he can be himself.
And I'd rather that.
Yeah, I'd rather that than
And because the
actors.
the challenge of staying funny when you're that rich is kind of hard.
What do you mean the challenge? If that's who you are and that's what you do, what's the challenge?
I mean, I think it's a big challenge. We've seen lots of people who, once they got their bread, like fell off hard.
That doesn't mean they're
you know
not
what I mean?
funny.
Yeah.
Maybe they stopped working as hard.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll put it like this, right? Maybe those streams, to me, those streams to Kevin Hart could be like, going to the Laugh Factory and like working out new material. You know what I mean? And just like, you just get to be funny in real life and then live action. And like the folks that like see you in real life and know you in real life.
Because if you're going to the Laugh Factory, like that's work. Right, what he's
Oh,
doing
this is work.
Nah, what?
Don't get
Not
it
what he's
twisted.
doing with Kai
Just
Cenat.
'cause it looks casual.
That ain't
is
work.
work.
That is
It is
work.
work.
That looks so fucking natural. That
It is
looks so
work.
genuine.
Yeah.
But it's a comfortable. There's no
Because he's doing a
there's no
damn good
script.
job. of it.
That's
There's nothing.
No, I'm
So,
talking.
but
I'm
it's
not
still
talking about Kai. I'm talking about Kevin and Kai.
That's
not
work.
That's not work.
That's all work.
That's work.
Going on Kai Cenat's show is it's like going to 106 in Park now.
It's like an
it is
interview, but
a
not
stop
really. It's
on
just
the
like a-
press tour, man.
Yeah.
It is. And it's kind of like sort of, I don't want to say replaced, but it's definitely a new way of doing, media in 2024 where, I think Elliot had a lot to say about, why
I don't
artists-
look at that as hip hop journalism. Like that's just like a young man
No, I don't think it's hip hop journalism. I
who
just think it's
likes to have fun.
yeah. I
It's
think-
a-
It's
it's definitely a new-
gravitating towards that. But
'Cause he's not asking them questions. He's just playing
he's just
games
sitting
with
there
them and
playing
talking
game,
to them.
drinking, eating, sleepovers. Like that's not journalism.
It doesn't have to be journalism, but it's definitely hip hop media. Like it's definitely a way of people consuming the content and consuming the artists and getting to know them more and getting press out and getting people to learn that this person's working on something. Like, it is literally just a new way of going on Letterman or going on Jimmy Fallon or anything like that.
Yeah, you can call it hip hop media, but I'm not calling it hip hop journalism. Like, I'm not putting them.
I think honestly that's something that only hurts Elliot. I want to say hurts him as.
Did Elliot say something about it?
Oh yeah. He's had a lot.
I can see why he's upset. I can see why he would say that.
What did he say?
What did he say? I forgot.
Basically, he responded to the whole thing with Nicki Minaj going on Kai Cenat's stream, and then he responded to a picture and he put hip hop journalism. Now, since then, he has apologized about that whole ordeal. But the biggest thing about this is it's more of the fact that more people are now heading into streams or going to streamers than actually going to traditional platforms such as. Actually, I'm not gonna hold you. A podcast is almost becoming a traditional platform now.
Yeah,
almost old school in a way.
The traditional way of consuming information from hip hop artists, dead and gone. The vibes, the XXLs, the radio interviews, even.
It's
interviews not dead and gone, but it's just it's shifted.
They're not fun.
They're not fun.
They're not fucking fun, and the repetitive artists don't like that shit.
It has shifted. Totally understandable.
They have hired people that will literally tell you how to handle a radio interview, how to handle a written interview. And even those written interviews, they get, proofread and, gone through several different revisions before it even hits you. It's not fun. When it's a stream.
And it's probably repetitive. If it's a stream, you just
and
go.
And it's live
relax,
and you
chill.
can comment and you can react and you're in the moment. And it's like.
You know how to convince me?
It's all. I understand why it's sort of taken over what was traditionally looked at as hip hop media.
So why don't, instead of
this was coming for a long time.
Instead of complaining about it, why don't you just
This is old news.
move
Because
with the times?
he said he apologized.
No, but why doesn't he just move with the times and
I don't
switch up
think
the way
I don't
he
think
does
people
it?
want to watch Elliot stream, to be honest. Like, what makes stream, and this is no shot to him. He's an older dude, you know what I'm saying? And he doesn't play video games, which is a big part of this whole thing. Like,
Nah, not really.
It's
You don't have to play. You don't really have to play video games anymore to make it as a streamer.
okay, but still, like, that's where Kai and a lot of these streamers built a lot of their base is interacting with their fan base, playing video games, doing all that type of stuff.
The biggest thing is how long can you keep this running
until the next thing, until the next leap in technology.
Is this temporary? Can you keep this personality going? Can you keep these?
Well, I
streams
think
going
for someone like him,
and I think he can, but it's just.
I think he's gonna move on to bigger things.
Oh, of course.
That's
But
the
this
thing.
is the biggest thing.
This is the biggest
There isn't
thing.
a bigger thing.
No, I'm saying he's probably gonna move on to movies and acting and doing
Until
funny
that
shit.
happens, this is the biggest thing. he
Yeah,
has.
but I think, and then he's not gonna have time to stream.
Are movies? I don't think movies would be.
It would be
a bigger
it would
thing.
low-key be a step back for him
Yeah.
at
You're
this point.
bugging.
If he did movies,
No,
it would low-key be
Him
a step
doing
back.
movies is cool,
It
right?
would be.
But
I think it would be.
yeah, it's cool.
What do you think he's doing this for?
He doesn't. I don't think he
has
benefits anything from doing
700,000 people watch his stream.
money,
Bro,
a bigger name, a different audience. If he was in Bad Boys or something
Right,
like that,
bro, Kai
you know how
Cenat
many people
could-
that don't know him?
streaming.
I guarantee
Would
he's
see
going
who
to
he
turn into a
is?
box office star.
when you have, but he's already the box office.
Yeah,
you don't
he's
understand.
exactly.
For
When you're
stream.
streaming, but
Streaming,
that's
bro.
the point.
But
Like,
streaming
There are
is what it
motherfuckers
is
that
now.
don't stream.
I'll give you an
But it's
example.
not about
I'll give you an
streaming.
example.
all the time.
You have
I'll
an
give you an
engaged
example.
audience that
Okay.
listens to whenever you feel like
Correct.
going on. Hundreds of thousands of people.
Okay, cool.
Which people would die for. Like
You talking about
publicists.
starring
Okay,
in a movie?
cool, but
is
listen to
a
what I'm saying.
Step down.
Yes.
Yes.
My cousin has kids, right? She asked me who Kai Cenat was because they were talking about the
Right.
stream. She's like, who the fuck is this kid?
Right.
Had he been in a movie or something, she would have known who he was too.
What
Because she would have
movie,
seen
though?
it.
What movie would it be?
Let's just say he was in Bad Boys.
What, the
That's
biggest
what
movie of the year? Yeah,
part of
okay.
it.
Like who's not gonna get a benefit
but
off of that?
that's
Any
the
comedy
point.
movie,
That's the point.
It has a different reach versus streams. Is all I'm saying.
I'll tell you.
Yeah,
It does.
I agree.
That's true. It does have a
You don't
different
watch
thing.
streams.
Yeah.
You're just in this world, so you know who Kai Cenat is.
It's not even just about having to watch the stream. It's just the business of it. Just having engaged user audiences.
No one is saying he has to stop his streams. We're saying that he's going to take a
I'm
step.
saying he's going to
saying-
take another leap.
I'm saying the money in all this is data. The money in all this is having an engaged audience at all times to do whatever the hell it is you want. Like he could launch like a movie role. I say is a step back, but what I think he can do, which I think he's done, which I think a lot of these creators have done, they produce their own shit. They become their own movie production studios.
He did
and
actually. He
studio
made, like, his
production
own
studio.
fake
Yeah,
version
like
type of shit.
that's what I'm talking about. Like that way, like that is literal gold to people when it comes to wanting to sell to 13 to 20 something year olds and all that
This
type of shit.
is
Like
going to help him become a box office star.
he doesn't need it. Is what I'm saying. Like,
do you think that's maybe the
How do you
route they
know
want to
what
go?
he needs?
I put it like this:
lot of
Does
these guys
Jake
are
Paul, does
hungry.
Jake and
They-
Logan Paul need to be in movies to be big stars?
That was a horrible
You take
comparison.
They're both streamers. They both started out as
Yeah,
YouTube
well, they're not-
stars.
He's
They're
also
not
a
the
boxer.
same-
You see how he has
they-
something else going on?
Right.
That gives him a different.
But why do people
audience?
want to come watch him box?
Kaz, but didn't boxing give him a whole nother audience that he didn't? I didn't know who he was till he started boxing.
Yes.
Good point.
Giving him
Yes.
another audience is
It
different,
gives-
though.
but that's what
That's
that's
what
my
we're saying.
point.
That's our fucking point,
To
bro.
your wordings, y'all said it would take him to the next level.
Yes.
That's not true.
Yes, because it's a different audience and there's different eyes.
No.
I don't think so. I
Kaz brought
disagree.
those words into the
Oh,
play.
see, it's always Kaz's fault.
It is always my
Kaz
fault.
brought that into
But
play.
that's not. I
'Cause
didn't.
Kaz
I
said,
didn't.
you think that's going to take
I
him to
said
the
that's
next
a
level?
step down.
That's not what I was saying.
There's no. I
Going
mean,
to the movies.
You
I'm
literally.
saying
Being a
it's
box
still-
office star is not a step down.
It's still
just,
elevated
it's just
because
not. You're
You said.
elevated.
You,
I don't
first
think it
off,
would
you
be
said.
exposure to
You said
different
if he
people.
was in Bad Boys,
He would
the
have
new
different,
Bad
a
Boys.
would have different set of eyes.
audience.
Of course, but
So
one,
how is
you're
that a
using
step
the
down?
example of like the literal biggest movie on the planet right now, which he's not even a star in.
You
Like,
said hypothetically, bro.
why are you getting so frustrated?
It's your fault.
What are you getting so frustrated for? I think I made a pretty logical point where is
Okay, we
with
don't- we
somebody
don't
who's built their own audience that he can activate anytime to do anything he wants, doesn't need to go take a movie role to up his status.
Okay, Kaz, you're right. We're wrong. Next.
We disagree with you. That's all. We just disagree. I just think going to the movie is gonna be have you step.
Why
Put
is
you in
Kaz
front-
slowly turning into low?
Why? I
he's
just
grumpy.
disagree with him. That's all. I understand his point. Don't misconstrue that. I understand what he's saying. I just disagree. That's all.
Then on the last docket, do you guys agree with B-Dot's list that he just came out with?
Could you read the list?
You want me to read the list for
What
you?
was the list? Because I love when y'all get grumpy.
I'm not grumpy.
I agree.
Really? You just gave me the Kanye death stare with the one blink.
My
for 2
point
minutes.
was made, yo. So I stopped talking.
Here's the
What's the
list.
next
This
list?
is
You gave me the Diddy stare. Wait,
this is
never mind.
B-Dot's
My
top
bad.
10
Wow.
best rappers of
Word?
2024.
That's what I'm talking about. The back and forth against
Wow, that was a Diddy
All
stare.
right,
This
my
is what we
bad.
doing?
Damn, that's crazy.
the Diddy. Y'all know the
That is crazy,
Y'all
yo.
know the stare I'm talking about.
Bro, that's crazy.
Out of all the times to say. No, okay. B-Dot's
is the
top 10 best rappers list of 24 so far.
Shout out good friend B Dot. Multiple been on the
B-Dot.
show a bunch of times.
From
Every
1
couple.
through 10 in order.
Wait,
God
context.
damn.
Who's B Dot?
They know who B-Dot is,
Do
man.
they? Brian Miller runs Rap Radar, puts out a list every year that gets people talking.
Pissed off,
half of the
too.
year and at the end of the year. But for some reason, man, people
pisses
put out
people off.
lists don't really hit the same as B Dot's list. No
Okay,
pads
so
app
it's-
should have
this-
so much
is this
power.
just 2024?
Just dropped.
So
Yeah, it's
far,
half the year.
2024 best rappers.
6 months in.
Of 2024.
So far.
Okay. Let's hear 'em.
Which is 6 months in, yeah.
Wait, start from 10.
No, I'm going to start from the top because it pisses people off more when it's from 1 to
I
10.
want to hear the last.
The one through like 5 is the most obvious ones.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's
go.
why.
Who's number 10?
Ready? No, I'm going to start from 1.
No, start from 10.
Start from 10.
It's more upsetting from the 10.
The list is upsetting, period.
Period.
No matter how you read it. So start from 10.
From
at
number
7.
10. God. From number 10, it's Glorilla. Number 9, Keyglock. 8, Schoolboy Q. 7, Benny the Butcher. 6, Lil Wayne. 5, Jid. 4, J. Cole. 3, Future. 2, Drake. And 1, Kendrick.
There's nothing wrong with that list.
What's wrong with the list?
There's nothing wrong with that
Wait,
list.
there might be somebody I would have swapped out.
Glow is
Let
number
me see the
10.
list.
Keyglock number 9. Schoolboy Q 8. Benny the Butcher 7. Wayne 6.
Who's missing from that? Lotto?
Lotto would be a good add to the list, but like where?
I don't know.
Lotto? I guess fuck Nicki, huh? Y'all don't put Nicki there no more?
For this year?
Is it she on tour?
Yeah, she's on tour right now.
What about Megan?
Yeah,
I think that was a
early.
pretty egregious miss, not having Meg Thee Stallion there.
I'm happy Glow's on it.
I mean, you can make first off, let's preface this.
Yeah.
Just one man's list.
Yeah, B-Dot. You
This
put
is
one
not
you
for-
put one woman up there and she's number 10. I don't
And that's
know.
another thing with
I
a
don't
lot
know.
of criticisms with B-Dot's list that they usually never feature many women, even though a lot of women have popped off in the past several years.
Yeah.
And when he does add a woman, it's at the 10th spot.
That's not a slight though.
Is it? Because he could have definitely put Megan in there somewhere and she would have not been 10.
Yo.
Yeah.
Well, again, remember, this is
Man.
based on skill, performance, and
Do you
presence.
really be listening to Megan like that, Rosie?
I do not.
All right.
I do not. But that doesn't mean
does
I
it
can't
not
acknowledge.
feel?
No, that doesn't mean I can't acknowledge her skill set. It's just not for me.
I don't want to have to go to bat for Beat Out here, but I feel like I got to. I don't
Go
think
ahead,
any
'cause-
woman. I don't think any woman has put out a bigger record than Yeah Glow out this year.
That's
So,
fine, but why
that's
she never?
fine.
I think
what-
that. I
what
think
about
she
10?
deserves
Why
that.
10?
She ain't
Did he-
rapping.
did he
she ain't
just
rapping.
put-
She ain't rap-
Did he
Number 9
just
was-
put her up there because of Yeah Glow, or is it because it's based off skill, performance, and presence?
I guess.
So Glorilla doesn't have a presence?
I'm
I'm saying she does. So
Why
that's
is she
what
number
I'm saying.
I'm
10?
asking her.
I'm saying she does.
Who's number 9?
Key
It's
Glock.
Key Glock.
Okay.
Okay, I like Key Glock,
I
friend
like
of
Key
the show.
Glock.
Number 8 is Schoolboy.
You can make an argument for Sexy Red to be on there too. You can.
See,
Based
but
on
this is my thing.
performance
You
and
can.
presence.
Skill set?
But he
Okay.
said,
can.
you see, but he
She's
said
got-
Put
she's
me
got
on that
records.
list.
She's got records.
Yeah, right.
She's been out
she
here.
does have records.
She did not miss a beat after dropping that
She
baby.
can't rap for
She
shit.
was-
So let's just keep it like that.
What about
Like, let's-
Lotto?
Oh, don't say she can't rap for her shit.
What about Lotto?
She makes some.
She can rap.
She makes
From
some,
the skill set of rapping, Cash, she can rap.
She makes some
She can make good
very
she makes
entertaining records.
records. But
She's
can
not.
she
She don't
rap?
make records for me, but like to say she can't rap for her shit, like come on, son.
What did Wayne drop this year?
I'll be honest.
Oh, he dropped the joint with 2 Chainz.
That,
I think that
he
was
dropped
last-
one joint, and he's number 6.
Wayne's had a couple of pretty good guest verses though.
Yeah.
I can't name off the top of my head. but,
2024.
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
he had one with what was it? NLE Chopper that was real fire.
He's got one with Benny the
Um,
Butcher.
Big.
That shit was hard.
Okay,
was good.
Jid, got it. Schoolboy Q, what did he drop?
His album Blue Lips.
Oh,
I'll be
yeah.
honest,
For a
man.
long
This
time.
might
And
be a
Key
little.
Glock dropped this year too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be a little controversial. I feel like Kanye should be on that list, man.
Get the fuck
What did he
out.
drop?
Wait, what?
Vultures, bro.
Oh no.
That shit
Vultures-
came and fucking went.
I don't think
I
it
thought
did come.
Vultures
No,
was-
I know Carnival was good. Carnival still gets lots of
Carnival was
burn.
good, yeah. But
You know what
outside
I
of that,
mean?
nothing like.
Beautiful big city, but naked women, they'll just fall out the sky. You know.
Oh, that was at the top of the year. Wow, that's crazy.
Nah, you know.
Okay.
It was a #1 record, all independent.
I just
Moved
say,
a
yeah,
lot
I
of
agree
shit.
with you with Carnival, but he don't need to be on
And
the
to say he's not
And then
visible, he's
Jid?
not.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So who did he piss off with
I think
this?
Kanye should be
If
there.
you- if-
he's had a pretty solid year music wise.
As individuals, if you could knock one person out of this list and replace it with another person, who would it be? Let's go down the line, starting with Kaz.
I think obviously Kendrick's the easiest to be there. Drake, obviously, I mean, goes without saying.
That's a good question.
That's why I wanted to go.
I think Q had the best, probably had one of the best albums of the 3 there. I mean, of the 10 there. Shoot, I like Vince Staples' album a lot this year, but I don't think he's, I don't know if we're going by like the MTV hottest rapper criteria or the B. Crap.
We
rapper
didn't like
We have to
Gunna.
go by
We didn't like
B-Dots.
Gunna, did we?
Okay, so
No, I didn't.
Vince's Netflix show wouldn't count for
No.
being in
No.
here. Gotcha. All right, so straight music.
It's hilarious, by the way.
Hilarious. And he got a season 2. Shout out to him.
Is it out already?
No, but they announced season 2 is coming. But I'd say I'd bump Wayne down a little bit. You know what I mean? And I love me some Wayne, but
Hey, you.
No,
I don't think the
you
verses.
take him off.
I think I bump him down.
Well, like he asked,
saying
you,
take
take
someone
off.
Off the top of my head, it's Kendrick, Drake, Schoolboy, Wayne,
Benny.
Cole, Jid,
Cole, Future,
Benny. I'm not in
Jid,
order, by the way. Yeah.
Glorilla.
Key Glock.
Damn, who would I take off?
Who is one person you would take off?
This is the ultimate. This is what people do all the time in like all NBA lists and All Star lists. And people are like, this person should have been here. This person should have been here. I was like, all right, take
But
somebody
again,
off.
this is
And they're like,
2024. So
I would bump up Glock and put Jid down, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because there's no diversity from 1 to 5. It's all the
It's
same.
not about diversity.
the
It's
same
about
rappity rap.
performance, the whatever. And the
Yeah, I would still bump Key Glock up.
Oh man, I would.
I don't know. I can't answer that.
It's hard. Look,
I wouldn't
there's
replace anybody.
I can't answer that.
But
I can't answer that.
I'll be
this
honest,
list
bro. I don't.
Matter of fact, no, I'm not gonna answer that because I'm good with
None
this
of
list.
my political connects. See, I'm just kidding. I'd probably take off Benny the Butcher, low key. Like,
wow.
and I'm not.
I'm not mad. Like
It's not
I get that.
I hope.
I
I hope it's not a shocking development. You know.
why would you take off Benny?
Yeah,
the
why are you
Butcher?
taking Benny? Why are you taking Benny off?
Me personally, I know he's not the most popular person, but I liked Kanye's album this year. Like I thought it was, him and Ty Dolla $ign put their foot in that shit.
That was a good project.
You know, even though like if we're only talking about music and we're not talking about all the extra
We are talking about skill, performance, and presence.
How many times do we have to say that?
Because sometimes people make these lists and they let their feelings get into it.
It says it
Like
on the
you right
bottom.
now.
Yeah, like it says
You're
it.
trying to add Kanye.
No, I literally just said I really like this album. I said nothing else about anything else, and trust
who
me,
are you
there's a
referring-
lot of things to say about the motherfucker that I could say.
No, you say you're taking off Benny the Butcher.
I think I
Who
take
you-
off Benny.
Okay.
You're taking off Benny. Who you putting? Kanye?
Put yeah.
Copy. You hear that?
Why you saying like you're telling on me?
Yeah, Benny, you
Like,
heard that?
it's my opinion, yo. Goddamn. What about you, Lo? Who you taking
fine
off
with
this?
this.
You're fine with it completely. Okay. All right, woman. So represent for the woman and take some guys off, Rosie. Go ahead and defend all the women rappers, Rosie.
God damn.
Pressure's on. Who's
Pressure's
coming
on.
off? Who's coming off?
You got options.
I don't know who's coming off, but I would definitely add Lotto up there.
I would say Lotto and Meg would be my.
I would
There's
pick
Lotto,
Lotto
there's
over
Meg,
Meg. No
there's
diss,
Rhapsody,
but I would pick
Lotto has grown on me a lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
But I
I'm
don't
like,
know
yo,
who I
she
would
really
take
be
off
rapping,
for her.
yo. Huh?
I don't know who I would take
Because
off
I don't
for
think
her.
there's really nothing
I could
wrong with
see
the
people.
list.
I could see people make an argument for 21 Savage. I can see people make an argument
For this year?
This year?
Yeah, I mean he's
I
had
like
some
21.
songs, man. I'm not.
When did his album drop?
What? Not
Oh,
the.
that was last
I
year.
love 21.
That was last year.
Red Rum. Was
Yeah,
Red
that
Rum,
was
right?
last year.
That was last year. I thought it was this year. I could have sworn it was this year. Damn.
So there's no case to be made for 21.
Okay. You can make the case for Sexy Red. You can
Oh, no,
make
you're
the
right.
case for
American
Lotto.
Dream was this year.
Nobody.
It was this
It
year,
was this
right?
year.
It was January. This is just all early. But yeah, January
Oh.
12th.
All right, so you can.
Nobody
Then,
cares
then,
about.
then, yeah, you could. Because I thought it came out last year. My bad.
Okay. So Sexy, Lotto, Meg.
This is random, but where the fuck is Roddy Rich, bro?
He's about to drop, I think.
Yeah, he's about to.
I love Roddy, and I can't live off that album anymore. It's been like 4 years.
I feel like he's been trying for the past couple of years. and,
Didn't he
like,
drop
it's
a
been-
project?
I don't think he's dropped anything. I
He's
think
dropped
just been
stuff. It just
performing.
hasn't.
Yeah. It's been singles, right?
It hasn't.
It just
I
hasn't hit.
haven't heard anything.
Well, I like Roddy. Roddy, that's crazy. That was it. I'm sorry for being antisocial. Was that,
Yeah.
was that,
The one with the box on it.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying. I can't live off that anymore.
Talk to
Listen
me about albums that were like debuts from new artists that were just fucking fire. And then the second one is just like
Sophomore slump.
Sophomore slump.
sophomore slumps
Yep.
are tough.
And the second one is what? Tougher?
No.
Tough. Like Bryson Tiller's kind of went through that for a little bit, right? Like, I mean, granted, he's coming back. I think he came back pretty hard recently, but you know,
No, his album stuff.
took a while for him to get back there.
Well, he was going through a bunch of personal issues too, so it's
Yeah.
like you can't really.
He said he was depressed for 5 years. Leave that man
His
alone.
grandmother, I think his grandmother had passed or whatever
Yeah.
the case was. So yeah, I don't like to.
I understand that.
Yeah.
All right. Damn. Shout out B-Dot. As always, his rap list always gets people talking, and I'm sure this won't be the last we hear from it, especially from the contingent of female rap fans out there, like we always hear. Lo, what you getting into this weekend, bro?
Chilling, man.
Nice.
I'm very, very content.
Nice.
Fuck you laughing at?
You
You probably gonna be staring at Cash Cobain again.
Hey,
Fuck.
probably. Yeah, shout out
Oh,
Cash
hey.
Cobain, man.
What?
Come on the show, Cash. Like, just come here.
Just you everywhere I'm at. Just
Yeah, about
might
to say
as
you
well.
doing a lot of shit anyway.
Just come on.
You catch me on Ring of Wrestling show. You catch
Cash
me
me.
on catch me. You can catch me on This Is Awesome Ultimate Show on Peacock. Fanatic Sportsbook wrapping up the playoffs. Hopefully, by the time the show drops. And well, not hopefully. I'll see you Game 7. And yeah. That's all I got right now, man. But until then, as always, thank you as always to listen. Say less to Kazuki and Rosie. Subscribe, rate, comment on the pod. It really does help us out, and I really do appreciate y'all. YouTube.com/Kazeem. Always tune in every Thursday morning for Say Less with Kazuki and Rosie. So like we always do at this time, stay free, stay safe, and always say less. I'll catch y'all next time, people. Have a good one.
Get money with me. Say less.